and she told me that I needed to go right over to the hospital. Couldn't even stop at home, grab anything, just right over.
Alicia and Carl Clendenin are your typical nervous first-time parents, especially of twin boys. The Bedford couple went to a regular checkup and found out their boys, who were only 22 weeks along in their 40-week journey, were in trouble. All signs pointed to Alicia being very close to labor, and the boys were way too little to survive. The doctors gave the boys about a 1% chance of making it through the next couple of days.
It was overwhelming for us because we had just walked in, we had plans to hang some baby pictures and things in our nursery, and all of a sudden our world got flipped upside down where they told us 24 or 40 hours and our babies would die.
Once she got to the hospital, the doctors gave it to them straight. They had 3 options: do nothing and wait it out, sew her cervix shut and risk the baby's lives and Alicia's life, or terminate the pregnancy.
We had the cribs all set up, the nursery was all painted, and it's like, how could you actually terminate the pregnancy when I could feel the babies kicking? They have their own personality.
I think it's one of those things where only parents can understand that it's a rare situation where you love something before you see it, and they're asking you to make a conscious decision of ending that.
They decided to leave it in God's hands and wait it out. Alicia spent the next month lying flat on her back. She used a bedpan and even ate lying down. And at 26 weeks along, the babies could actually survive, so she held on. But then there was more bad news. The bigger baby, Elliot, was growing, and the smaller twin, Liam, wasn't.
How they had told it to us was that one was going to die inside, and they had asked her, more or less, do you want to let that take its course, and do you want to let him pass to buy the other one time, or do you want to take them both out and risk both of them of premature?
And so Alicia was at 26 weeks, and she and Carl had to decide if they would give up Liam's life to save Elliot.
I was terrified. I didn't know, I thought I was okay. Everything was going to be okay, and then you get that kind of news. So we just waited it out again.
At this point, Carl said he was doing everything he could to stay positive for Alicia.
Even if I had to fake it, there's no way I could let her give up, you know what I mean? Because that was the only reason that they were still in there.
So they held the course and waited. They watched the clock for 2 more weeks.
So we were basically walking on eggshells. Like, it could be any day, it could be any hour.
Of course we wanted to pray for a miracle that our babies would survive. I think really what we wanted to pray for, though, was the strength to accept the decision whether or not we were destined to have children or not. So
yeah.
And if the survival of his boys and his wife wasn't enough to worry about, Carl's life outside of the hospital was crumbling.
I lost my job, I lost my best friend, I lost basically what I've been working on for the last 5 years of my life, but it happened for a reason because I didn't have anywhere else to go at that point. I had to be here.
Finally, their luck started to change. On February 27th, their doctor finally said it's baby time, and she was whisked to the operating room.
My worst fear was to not hear them cry when they came out. And sure enough, they both were crying. I mean, really crying.
Carl said he was so excited he even forgot his camera. But the baby's cries were like sighs of relief for everyone in the room.
I was crying. It was just a miracle. Because when they only gave us 24 to 48 hours, and every doctor that came in and nurse that came in said that we beat all odds. We beat the statistics, medical textbooks, everything. It's just a true miracle.
Alicia says she was just doing what she had to do to keep her boys alive and won't take a minute of their lives for granted.
Cherish what you have, because it could just be gone in a split second.
Elliot was born at 2 pounds, 6 ounces, and his little brother Liam was born at 1 pound, 9 ounces, and are both breathing on their own. And this proud husband and father says,
It really did strengthen our relationship because, it brought us to our knees and we got back up from it together. So.
Kelly Hydebrader, WNWO.